I found you guilty of committing this crime. Wait. It's Mrs. Oh! What up? Welcome back to 小彩虹机车. By the way, a big shout out to all you guys who like and comment at the bottom of our videos. You are helping us to push the algorithm to push our videos to new people, son. So keep that coming. Keep it civil, yo. We appreciate your support. Hey, our boy Piers Morgan. I know some of you think, man, that 很不公平耶，很爱攻击人耶。我跟你说 Piers Morgan is actually a badass 小彩虹 slayer, yo. Yeah. It's just sometimes his emotions get the better of him. But in this episode, he redeems himself. Yeah. Awe, I got a question for you.
Yeah?
How many genders are there?
2种 gender.
You canceled, son.
Really?
You have over 100 genders, yo.
100?
As a human being, you have the right to self-identify as anything you want. And on today's video, we have a 小彩虹 who tries to defend this shit and gets knocked out not once, not twice, but 3 times, son. Triple KO. 大鸡大掉咯.
It's not difficult, is it, Angelica? I mean, that is what a woman is.
I mean, I don't know why you're obsessed with defining it. Like, what is a man? Like, why do we need these arbitrary...
A man is a male adult human. I mean, that's it. These are just biological facts, but they're just facts. They're not arguable points, are they?
But I think we have a right to self-identify, and you said you want to.
As what?
If you'd like to be a woman, you can identify as a woman. I don't know why there is such an issue around.
We've literally just seen a male rapist.
So she says, if you'd like to be a woman, you can identify as a woman. Word?
No?
How soft.
We've literally just seen a male rapist use that scam to get himself put into a female prison where he could attack vulnerable women inside a female prison.
That's actually a common thing that's going on right now.
Really?
Especially in America and in the UK, where motherfuckers at the last minute when they're like, I found you guilty of committing this crime. Wait. It's Mrs.
When even his ex-wife said it was all a scam.
Which is a terrible, very distressing, isolated incident, and I think it's easy to take that and say that means that no one can identify as a woman, and
that's
not fair.
Incident, though.
But it's
42% of trans-identifying prisoners in prison are in there for sex crime.
Holy shit.
42.
I knew it was like, you know, like a couple, like maybe 10 or 15, but 42%. That is not an isolated incident, yo. That's not isolated at all.
那个几率比赢乐透还要高呢。
Seriously, yo, you have a greater chance of being raped by a trans person in prison than you have of winning the lottery, yo.
That is not isolated.
There's actually an advantage, evidently, to identifying as a female, because they never identify as male.
Yeah, because what would be the advantage of identifying as male?
Yeah. Right now, male got no advantage at all.
Male prisons seem less appealing to them. It's really weird. Anyway, but
is it limitless, this self-identity?
It's not totally limitless.
What's the limit?
I almost feel like she's stating off like things that she knows, but she's not really clear on how accurate they are. She didn't expect for them to get pushback, I think is what it was. If you go on Piers Morgan's show and you don't expect pushback, you fucked up bad, son.
So when you're talking about International Women's Day, I don't know why we take the conversation around International Women's Day and make it about this.
Because the subject is women, and it's about people being able to identify as women and using that to take advantage of people who are already in a bad situation.
That's important for women.
That's super important, yo. If you're gonna talk about international women, you need to talk about the whole thing, not just the part you want.
If anyone, according to you, can identify as a woman, anyone can, right?
I don't see a problem with it.
Just literally put the hand up and say I'm a woman.
But it's not an easy...
Yeah, she's not prepared.
You getting caught.
It's not an easy thing to do, to go out into
Actually,
the world.
It's very easy.
Very easy.
You might think it's easy to say, but to decide to do that, to say,
what
this
does
is
doing
who,
it involve?
Whatever that person decides. But
hey, Thingisha, you think it might be easy to say, but the actual process is hard. But she asked, what's the process? He said, well, it's to the individual. Well, if it's up to me, I'm just gonna raise my hand on a woman.
I'm a woman right now.
How difficult is it? 我要很用力把我的手举最高，让大家看到，哎，我是女生哦。哦，好累哦。
To go out into the world and say, I don't identify as perhaps the sex I was born as.
So why can't I identify? Okay, why can't I identify as a black lesbian?
Even the black woman is like, yo. See, she was smart. She's like, 因为你有戴防晒油啊。Homegirl has some serious fucking double standard. Up to this point, she literally said, how you want to identify is limitless. And then Piers Morgan's like, okay, I'll take you up on that. On a black lesbian. She's like, no, that's too far.
Yeah, that's fucking double standard, yo.
well, firstly, I mean, your skin
I'm serious.
color.
Firstly, I mean your skin color.
Skin color.
It's ridiculous because you're not black, you're white.
I'm serious. If I can identify as anything without any need to prove I'm actually what that is, why can't I on International Women's Day say, I'm Piers Morgan, I'm a black lesbian?
I think taking it to a kind of absurd status,
I think
we're
that's
talking
what
about quite a...
Wait, how is it absurd? You said that there's no limit.
Yep.
You literally said limitless. So if there's no limit, then absurd cannot be in the conversation.
With respect, I think that you'd already opened the absurdity door by saying it is limitless. You can do what you like. Anyone can say, I'm a woman. So I simply ask you, why can't I?
I mean, this point kind of ridicules trans people to an extent.
Actually, I think what you said ridicules trans people. Because actually, people who go through the full process of transition, who actually go through what we used to call a sex change, which I don't think you can muck around with original biology, but those who actually go through surgical procedure over a number of years, I've got great respect for that very difficult journey they go on. I have zero respect for people who just wallop their hand up and go, suddenly, I'm a woman and I want all the rights that a woman has, and I want to compete, say, in sport. I'm a 6'4" athlete, sprinter, swimmer, whatever, who's competed very mediocrely in male sport. I now want to come in and crush women in swimming pools and in sprinting events and break all their records, perhaps irrevocably, just by saying, I'm a woman. I think that is the absurdity you were talking about.
Facts.
Yep.
My man called it all the way out and 很准.
My response was to say, well, if it's limitless, why can't I then say whatever I want to say? And you say immediately, as I knew you would, well, that's ridiculous. But my point is, you were being ridiculous.
Well, that's your opinion. You can think I'm ridiculous, but I don't think you can say...
Hey, that's not a response. That's your opinion. That's what you're saying. Well, you can say whatever you want. I'm not going to fight back with any logic or any facts, but I am going to say that I'm not going to listen to anything that you say.
Yeah.
Man,
That's that.
homegirl, you are doing bad for your team, yo.
I don't know why I am, but you're not.
I don't think you have to say it's post-op is the only way that someone's allowed to identify
Well,
as
the
trans.
original standard
It's not
for,
for us
hold on,
to
the original
decide.
standard for being transgender was being diagnosed with gender dysphoria, which is a legitimate condition. And now it's being, oh, however way you feel. So if you feel on Tuesday you're a woman and on Thursday you're a pizza, that's perfectly valid. But to you, that's ridiculous. And I want to know why that is ridiculous. We should be talking about actual women on International Women's Day. That's not crazy.
I mean, I agree. I think, but your idea of an actual woman...
The chromosomes, it's pretty
It's an adult female. It's not
The
difficult.
chromosomes are a pretty good indication.
I don't think you have to be biologically female to identify.
Then
as
you
a
are
woman.
wrong.
Yeah.
See? I'm not biologically a fucking polar bear, but if I identify as a polar bear, can I be?
Yeah, you can, right?
Yeah. Well, but she might say, well, because your skin
Because your
color.
skin
Because your skin color.
Your skin color is not white. 你要是台湾黑熊，你不能是北极熊，它是白色，你是黑色的。You are wrong.
My
for your
options
skin,
are limited, yo.
Because then I can identify as a fox.
Yeah.
But again, it's
You
a bit of
can.
an absurd point.
How many?
Like-
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Angelica. How many genders are there?
2.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh! This is serious because if you are on the 小彩虹队, that's the 2 words you cannot say. You cannot say there are only 2 genders. There are 小彩虹homeboys. It's like, no! You were the chosen one. You were the chosen one.
You're supposed to be a chosen one.
So this is the 3rd knockout, son, and she is down for the count.
Well, I think there are...
Whoa, hang on. Whoa. There are 2 genders.
Well, it's taught in...
Well, why do you say well? You've literally just launched this huge defense of transgenderism. Now you've eradicated it.
I think
If there are 2 genders, you mean male and female, right?
There's gender fluidity. I will...
Ain't no fluid if you can only go A to B, yo.
Yep.
Fluid between what?
Between what?
Between different identities, and we can choose different
You
identities.
see how difficult this is, though?
But it is difficult, but I think making...
But it's not difficult until you make it difficult. You see, the BBC has done teaching videos to 11 and 12-year-olds where they say there are 100 genders. One of them was astrogender, which is an affinity with the stars and the galaxy. My response to that on the last show I did was to say, well, in that case, I identify as a 2-spirit penguin.
2-spirit penguin. In that case, I could be a 3-spirit polar bear.
No, your skin. You are Taiwan黑熊.
No, but in spirit. spirit. My body is 台湾黑熊 but 我的灵魂是一个 polar bear. North Pole, nigga! North Pole!
I was then told I was being ridiculous, but I made the same point. The ridiculousness is the BBC teaching kids there are 100 genders. There aren't. It is absurd.
Okay, so Piers Morgan was spitting some real facts, yo. I 100% agree. And where Homegirl, if she was really about that life, would have defended is one important fact. And that is that there are people out there right now who suffer from gender dysphoria. And they cannot afford to go through the process of transgender surgery. That shit is expensive, yo. And some people, if they don't have this, they will literally self-destruct. And if Homegirl was about this life, she would have brought that up. But she only cares about forcing people to agree with her point of view. But she can't even defend it. If you say that there is no limit into how you can self-identify, and then when someone uses your standard, but it's against what you agree with to make their point, then that shows that you are full of shit. The level of double standard that this woman has, simply because she wants to win. If Piers Morgan says he's a black lesbian, then goddamn it, he's a goddamn black lesbian, yo. It's not even about color. Don't make it about color, yo. It's about his spirit. In this world, in 2023, Piers Morgan is a black lesbian, and Sona is a goddamn white polar bear, son. So at the end of the day, don't get it twisted. People can identify as whatever they want. That's your right. But don't force us to swallow that shit.
You sounds like my wife, yo.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the flip side. Peace!